In another remarkable achievement in the state of excellence, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu launched full commercial operations of the Red Line of the Lagos Mass Rail Transit. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who boarded the train from Oyingbo to Ikeja, stressed that the Red Line, designed to carry 500,000 passengers daily at full capacity, will improve commuting in the state. The Red Line will operate daily passenger services, with the first train departing from Agbado at 6 in the morning and the second leaving Iju Station at 7 in the morning. Let's share the story by TVC News Adedoja. Salam Adeni with you.
This is another milestone for the Center of Excellence as Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, alongside members of the State Executive Council, heads of agencies and departments, as well as Nollywood actors, inaugurated the Red Line Rail to begin full operations.
We shall be embarking now.
The scheduled trip took off from the Oyingbo train station, where the governor demonstrated the ease of traveling using his cowrie card to board the train. The 37-kilometer rail line spans from Agbado in Ogun State to Oyingbo in Lagos Central, and it has 8 stations at Agbado, Iju, Agege, Ikeja, Oshodi, Mushin, Yaba, and Oyingbo. As the governor inspected the coaches, I asked him about potential reduction in train fare from Oyingbo to Agbado, which is currently priced at 1,500 naira due to the current economic situation.
You know, we've done several levels of subsidy. We've done food subsidy. We've done public transportation subsidy, you know, and so what we're trying to say is, even for us to start up, let us even get our bearing, right? Once we get a critical mass, right, we will now be able to see how well, you know, we can make it a lot more, you know, affordable.
The tour continued with subsequent stops at Yaba, Mushin, Oshodi, and finally Ikeja, where we highlighted.
It took us exactly 34 minutes from Oyingbo. We stopped at Ikeja. It's an experience that we believe will help solve public transportation issues in Lagos. It's an experience that we believe will reduce journey time. It's about ensuring that we can fulfill all of our promises, especially on the Red Line. I haven't fulfilled similar promise on the Blue Line. From tomorrow morning, or even this evening, there will be regular scheduled flights from Agbado all the way to Oyingbo and vice versa.
The Red Line Rail has become the second rail system to be operationalized in less than 2 years, following the Blue Line. Both rail lines, along with future additions, are critical to creating seamless connectivity and facilitating efficient mass transit for Lagos' 24 million plus residents. Adedoja, Salam Adeni, TVC News, Lagos.
Now let's bring the conversation home. Now that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has launched the Red Line Rail for commercial operations, what will the general public, especially, you know, those who reside on the Red Line corridor of the state, what are they to benefit with the launch?
A lot.
A lot.
This is going to address the perennial traffic congestion. People don't need to put their vehicles on the road if there is a very efficient means of commuting. And all over the world, there is no better means of commuting than through the trains. Sure. Whether you are in the UK or in New Delhi, everywhere, it's still the most efficient means of commuting. Moving people around in large numbers, it is still the best. So Lagos is a leader in our country, and the Sanwo-Olu administration has demonstrated leadership. It is inconceivable that a subnational can undertake a project as big as this.
Big as this?
Yes. But Lagos saw a window of opportunity and we exploited it. This was the idea that Baba Jakonde had in 1983.
Before the coup.
Before the coup. And the coupists stopped the project. they told the then military administrator to cancel the contract. We had to pay a penal fee for the foolish decision
that was took then
to cancel that contract. We paid a penal fee. Well, we were prepared to pay rather than do what was right before God and before man. But many years down the line, you can see the dream has come to fruition, and it gives me joy as a resident of Lagos and as a Nigerian, because people believe that, oh, this is elitist. If I have to pay 500 naira to move from Agbado to Agege, in the grand scheme of things in our country, I cannot say that is elitist or that is too high. 500 naira, the comfort, the environment, you know. So I think that Lagos has really done well, and I'm not surprised that even the Nigerian Society of Engineers is particularly excited, especially given the leadership role that Engineer Abimbola Akinjo, who has led, a woman who has led a solid team to make sure that this big project is put to bed. So it's a thing to be happy about, and I know that as we go on, we'll see the blue line, we'll see all of those lines, orange, brown, purple. Purple will be from Redeem to Ojo. Green line will be from Ota to Ido. Red line, okay, Agbado to Marina. We talked about that, you know. And which one again? I've talked about orange, Abi.
Yes.
Redeem to Marina. Brown, mile 12 to Marina, you know. So this thing is coming in phases. At the end of the day, a good portion of Lagos will have been covered by the very efficient train rail lines that the government of Sanwo-Olu is bringing. So it's something to be really proud of. Even the biggest haters of things good, when they happen in our country, they cannot say this is not something good, except they've got it twisted. Yes, also, something is sometimes wrong. There is no guarantee that all the time it functions in the right way.
I agree with you. All right. The governor said something yesterday, and I just want to pick something he said. He said the people should own their infrastructure and treat it right. How significant is this advice by the governor?
Yeah, very significant. But at the same time, I also want to believe that sometimes criminals don't take to advice.
They never take to advice.
So, and the fact that they don't take to advice also means that something else beyond advice should be put in place to also curtail the activities of criminals. Yeah, I understand the fact that the governor is trying to encourage everyone to take this as to own the infrastructure. And when you own something, you want to protect it, you want to preserve it. So I take the governor's advice from that perspective, because when you actually own a thing, you are more attached.
You treat it.
You treat it specially.
Like a baby.
Yeah, like your own self. Yeah. But I also know from experience that sometimes criminals don't go with this kind of sentiment. So in essence, I think also that we should go beyond appealing to criminals to also putting in place measures that we protect and also ensure that criminals, whoever attempts to destroy public infrastructure, is not only captured but punished effectively. Because this is the only thing that can act as a deterrent to others. So beyond the governor's advice, I would suggest also, which I want to be sure that the government must have put in place measures to protect infrastructure. But I also think that sometimes I don't really know how much of that, of the security that is available to the state government that it can use to protect these facilities. Because we are talking about 24/7 protection. And I think for this kind of thing, technology,
CCTV cameras,
should be deployed rather than depending on human beings or human resources. So at least that way we can be sure that 24/7 you can monitor what is going on. And beyond monitoring, then putting in place how to capture the people that attempt to also destroy this infrastructure.
I agree with you.